Friends, new and old, thank you for joining me on yet another edition of Julie's Odile Show Life Moments episode, where we share life stories, we share important developmental issues in the community, especially Teso sub-region. And my name is Juliet. Today I'm so privileged to bring to your attention the most celebrated Teso comedian. He grew up from here, went to Kampala, paved his way through, and now he's known. You've been watching him on your television sets. He's been like a very big name. Like here in Teso, we celebrate him. And also he's going to talk about his project that he has brought. It's like a give back to the children of Teso or to Teso sub-region. And that is none other than Napoleon Emma. He is here with me. Oh, comedians again. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you very much, Julie, and thank you for having me, and thank you to all the viewers for taking your time to watch this.
Sometimes I look at your walking style, I look at your talking style, and I see comedy in it.
Yeah, but right now I'm very serious. very serious. Yeah.
Always serious as usual. I've always admired your comedy style. I don't know how you started it, but I want to start with knowing who Napoleon is. Napoleon Emma. How did that name come?
Yeah. Well, Napoleon Emma is botanically a manual team. Like you said earlier, born of this city, from one of the hardest slums in this city, that's Morapesur. Yeah, our ghetto, which we are growing slowly.
Sure.
But yeah, we've grown from there. Born and bred of Teso anyway. An alumnus of the Great Swaria Primary School, and then Teso College Aloe before I now went to Kampala. A son of a very humble woman in this city of Soroti, Taylor, Beatrice. Some of you know her. So I am a humble son of this humble place in Soroti. The name Napoleon came from my senior 5. I studied history in A-level, and I was intrigued by the story of Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes.
The tough surroundings, of his childhood. I related them to my tough surroundings in Morapesur, which you know,
yeah.
The ghetto. And when I read the story, say, despite being in a very tough economic situation in the family, he always told himself that one day I'll make it, one day I'll be the leader of this country. And I've had the same. I haven't said I'll be the leader of this country, don't arrest me. But I've said one day I'll be somebody, one day I'll be great this, I'll be great that. So I related his story to mine, and that is basically how I adopted the name Napoleon. I wrote a play in senior 5. Yeah. And I gave myself the role of Napoleon. So some people started calling me Napoleon, and I just picked it up.
You picked it up from there.
But I didn't use it then. I used the name Prince Emma. For a while, even my introduction to comedy, I was called Prince Emma. Then about 7 years ago is when I changed, because a prince has to grow to a full emperor. Napoleon. Yeah.
So you decided to change from Prince to Napoleon, and I see it in you. And I resonate with his lifestyle, because Morapesur is actually where we grew up from. I could see you around, but we were not so close. Swaria is a school that we went to together. So last time when I saw you coming through, I'm like, oh, this is my own friend, but I know we're not so close. So, and I know your family. Your sister is my close friend. So let's begin from the comedy spirit. How did it begin? When was that?
You went to Swaria. I actually started comedy, not directly comedy, but I can say it started from Swaria Primary School, where, because I knew a lot of English teachers always chose me to lead the class. And at the age of 11, in my primary 5, I was chosen to read news at the General Assembly. I think it was on Fridays. As a tiny boy shivering that day, I remember that day vividly.
Sure.
So from the day I was meant to read news, standing in front of 1,000 fellow pupils, I never stopped there. I went on, even in Teso College, I was involved in in public work, let me say stage work. By the time I went to L level at Makerere High School is when people told me that, you guys, you're funny, you can actually earn from this. I didn't know people were earning from comedy, because when I went to Makerere High School, people were telling me about Philip Luswata and Katolu Bwama. I did not know those people because you're from Murapesu. Some of us didn't have TVs. Majority, 99% of people in Murapesu did not have TVs. So there is no way I could have seen these people that I was being told about. So when I get there and I'm being told that there are people who are earning from this, I started picking a lot of interest, and I specialized in the funny bit of the many talents that I had. So that was the birth of comedy. So I started changing my craft to writing comedy content and presenting it in front of my fellow students. And then they kept appreciating, and day by day I kept telling myself, you know what, this is it for me, this is my destiny. So by the time I went to Uganda Christian University, where I did a Bachelor of Arts in Education and graduated with honors as a teacher, I already knew what I wanted to do. So the moment I finished the degree, I put the papers there and I said, now let me go and hustle, let me go and push this talent of mine to the day it will make me proud of myself.
Sure. What would you describe your childhood life?
It is one of the only few things that make me emotional, but it was tough. It was a tough Morapesu. It was tough. My old woman, my mother, was not blessed with a lot of money, so life was tough. Sharing the little, I normally don't want to go there because it's a tough one.
These are times that we need to share this pain, bring it out, and then let the world know how you started. The young boy watching there would feel the pain of Napoleon Emma and how we started. Morapesu is a place that we all lived in. Personally, I have a very painful story about it. And then we should let the world know, what is this Morapesu now? Who are these children who have come out of there? How did they come up?
For you who is watching and you don't know Morapesu, Morapesu was and still is a slum. It has improved a bit, but still is a slum. A very, very tough ghetto. One of the forgotten corridors of Soroti.
Sure.
It's a tough place. It's a place where I think only 20% of the children there really grow up to become somebody.
That's
and 80% you just never hear about them again. You just never see about them again. I think some are in jail, some have died, some are in mental hospitals like Butagika because of having taken substances.
That's true.
It is a tough place. You coming out of Morapesu, you just have to thank the Almighty God. That is why I thank God every single day. It's a place, my God. The family you asked me, like many families in the poor areas, yeah, there's what they but sometimes food was you. If you have lunch today, tomorrow you might have to. It might be a rumor. But my good mother really fought very hard and gave us all the meals, I would say, that she could afford. School was obviously tough. My mother really wanted valid education, so when I passed highly from Swaria Primary School, she pushed me to Teso College without a lot of money. And I became so popular to the Basa that he just knew me by face. Every time I saw the Basa coming to read the names of school fees defaulters, I would stand up before he reads my name.
You're one of them.
Yeah, because I knew I was always there, so I would probably pay school fees in 10 installments. Yeah, but we pushed through, and here we are. The point I'm saying all this is not for you to feel a pity for me.
Yeah, sure.
But if there is anyone there, and you're also struggling with fees, you're struggling to find where to sleep, you're struggling with food, keep pushing, keep grinding. The good Lord you worship will look at you one day and push you to where your dreams are right now.
And that is what this show is all about. It's about encouraging you and making you stronger in all your hustles. Now, Napoleon, you took a step ahead. You made us happy, excited, as the children from the ghetto. You went to Kampala and you were there on the screens that everyone thought you'd not be in. What were the resistances that you could have encountered during that time?
Actually, the first resistances were from within me. When you've come from where we come from, there is a lot of self-doubt because you have not been exposed to the things. All you are exposed to is the dirt and the filth. And the people who tell you that, are you from here, what can you see, what can you do, what can you do? So the first battles I can tell you were personal battles. Physical battles inside, where battles with my esteem, telling myself that you want to go, but you're like, isn't this too much for me? Isn't this too high for me? Isn't this too hard for me? So I had to first overcome that. I had to overcome myself.
The fear.
Exactly, I had to overcome myself to go there. I did not face a lot of resistance from the outside world. The beauty with talent, and I can tell you who's watching, the beauty with talent is once it is seen, it is appreciated there and then. What you can do is put your talent to that level where nobody can stop. If you're great at football and you hold the ball and you do the things that nobody has ever done before, even those who don't like you will say, but you know what, I don't like the man, but the man is good. So that is what I did with my comedy. I pushed myself beyond limits. I met the people who decided who would go on stage in this country. I took myself to watch people and to learn. So I didn't face a lot of resistance from people. I actually got a lot of support because people loved my English. It was very, very clear. People say I'm disciplined.
Sure.
So I can easily mingle with people. I can follow instructions. The major resistance was from within me, but that I understood was because of the tough background in the Marapeso ghetto.
Did mommy support you when you were going through
Yeah, that was another one for many of our youth. Our parents, if you're watching this, I think it is time for you to let loose. It is time for you to relax. Many parents have really fought the talents of their young people when they say they want to be musicians, they want to be comedians, whatever. It is worse when they look at this hair, they think this hair is for drug addicts and armed robbers. But dear parent, today you're looking at someone with this hair speaking perfect English. I have not beaten a buffalo, not even one.
Not one.
Not even one today. Yeah, but the point I'm making is my mom resisted.
Exactly.
And that I understand.
Yeah.
Resisted until she started seeing results. I was a very young boy when I told her, you know what? We've grown up in, I believe you know our house.
Yeah,
We've grown up in a ramshackled house. You know our house, how ramshackled.
I do.
It was where the wall is facing, is, leaning inside, and every time rain comes, you believe it is going to fall. So I told my mom, this house, I'll bring it down one day and build you something better. So if you've been home, you've seen that I built something better. So when that structure came up, is when it hit my mom. I think she realized that, okay, this thing is producing results. Maybe I should just let the man do a thing. Because after graduation, she kept telling me, go and get a job. She would tell her friends who are headmasters and so on. So my son has finished, he has a degree in education. Let him come and apply. Yeah, but now she sees that I'm doing relatively well. And she is now a supporter. She's actually my #1 supporter right now.
I'm happy.
When there are posters, she shares posters among her friends. She tells her friends, my son has a show in this and this place on Easter Day. You come, let's go.
Support him.
Yes, you come, we watch. She's actually a marketeer right now of my shows. When I post things on Facebook, she's the first to like.
So that is the spirit of parenthood that we are all talking about. I realize you've come back to Teso. You've come back with a good heart to give back to the children who are going through a lot. When I talk about the children who are going through a lot, there's much talent in Teso that we are failing to get to the limelight, as you did. You did find your way in a hard way. And this particular project, AOTAB, I want to know more about it and what compelled you to do this.
AOTAB is an abbreviation for Empowering Youth Through Talent Building. AOTAB. It is a project I'm working in conjunction with COM. COM is Christian Children's Outreach Ministry. We working to pick the raw talents of these young people that we have and then push them to the next level where they could be where I am right now,
Sure.
where I also want to get somewhere. I was fortunate enough to get partners, MasterCard Foundation, who looked at my proposal and decided that they could support my proposal. But all this came from when I started doing shows in Soroti here. People would come to me and say, because poverty has beaten people so much, they think to be successful in music or comedy or the arts generally, you have to have been in the city where the Baganda, the Bantu. So when they say Borolimo, they think it's only Baganda or Bantu who can succeed in these things. So when they see me among the Bantu succeeding in these things, so that's why I say, you've managed these things over the Bantu. So that statement hit me. I said, so there is a kid out there who is probably talented, but just because he's not a Muntu, he thinks that is it. So I told myself, I think I should become an example to these guys, that you don't have to be a Muntu for you to succeed in this thing. But then also I realized that is an esteem problem. It's a problem of esteem, where you think because you are an Iteso or because you are from the ghetto, you cannot manage these things. So I thought to myself, and I prayed to God Almighty that please, in my hands, place a chance for me to come and pick the people who have interest in the things that I do and train them. Of course, I did not have the resources. I'm still hustling also. I didn't have the resources, but I was very fortunate to meet a MasterCard Foundation. So when I first described where I come from, I'm always proud of where I come from.
That's true.
No matter how tough our ghetto is, no matter how ramshackle it looks even today, I come from there. It made me. So I started by explaining to our partners who I am and where I come from and how tough it is for young people to make it out of there. After I explained that, I told them the plan that I have in my head, that I could come up with an idea where we could pick these people, nurture them, and even connect them to opportunities to start earning from their talents. So that is how this project came, the project of AOTAB in partnership with MasterCard Foundation. So for the next 1 year, we are going to be training people in comedy, music, graphics design and animation, and videography. Unfortunately, our partners have supported us to nurture only 150 young people in Teso and Lango. But I pray that in future we have a bigger package that can enable us to nurture even more beyond just Teso and Lango.
Is it a continuous thing? Is it going to be a yearly project?
My prayer is it becomes a yearly project, but for now our partners have supported us for a duration of 1 year.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And I want you to, I don't want to take more of all the painful story from you, but I want you to share your inspirational word with a child who is going through the same situation, with children who will be growing up and watching this video over and over again. I want you to share with us that inspirational quote. I
am a great fan of a musician, the late Whitney Houston. I actually named my daughter Whitney.
Yeah.
In her song called One Moment in Time, at the end of her song she said, "You are a winner for a lifetime. If you get that one opportunity in your life, make that opportunity shine." Many times we wait for the big opportunity. And we make the mistake of judging that this is a big opportunity, this is a small opportunity. What I want to tell you is, when you get any opportunity, make that opportunity shine, because that opportunity could be the key that you've been waiting for to open the door to your destiny. So, if you get an opportunity in your lifetime, make it shine.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a one-on-one with Napoleon Emma, a very own comedian here in Teso, the biggest, who started from the ground. And talking about the lifestyle in Morapesuru, sometimes when children of Morapesuru shine like we shine, we be so excited. And this is just to let you understand that you can also make it in life. From scratch to someone you can be. That is why Julie's Odile Show is here, to empower you, encourage you, and inspire you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you've not yet. Leave a comment below. Let us know how you feel about this video and any other video that is trending on Julie's Odile Show. And my YouTube channel is Juliet Amsud. Thank you for watching.